put on a good primer. This is Rose Glow by Revlon. I usually like using something that has more of a hydrating effect. This one has kind of a pinkish gold color. Like when you put it on, it has like pink and gold in it. So anyway, I want to use that one this morning. So you just take, and again, I take a silicone brush and then just rub it completely over my face, getting it kind of around the edges and all over the place. So yeah, so then I just keep tapping it. I like using a lot of brushes. Some people like using their hands when they put on this sort of thing, but I'm not really one to do that because, you know, you wash your hands a lot during the day, but with the whole like new viruses that we get out there, you know, COVID-19 or whatever our next one is going to be. Hello. Anyway, and aren't you just over the masks? Oh my gosh. I know it's important to keep everybody safe and everything, but man, it's doing a number on our skin. It's doing a number on our souls. And then there's a lot of that acne that starts up from the sweating in the mask and things like that, that, you know, nurses and doctors have had to wear those for years, and they keep their skin, like they have to use a lot of good skin regimens. I am in nursing. I work with special needs kids in home health care, so I really enjoy that. But we don't have to wear the masks like on a normal basis. Now we do when we have to go in home health care to keep everybody safe. So, okay, so next thing, as I use the primer, and this one, like I said, is the Rose Gold Revlon. That's the one I use. It tends to give more of a rose effect in your skin with the gold tones and everything. And then the next thing I use is just like a BB cream, more lighter, which is, you know, I've gotten into like the Unique is one of them that I've used over the years. That's one of them that is super yummy. And then the other one is Lancome. It all depends on, because you know, the idea with me is you should use a good skin regimen and everything, but sometimes to mix up kind of the makeups or try different things. And I know Unique has a lot of good things that they offer to help with different levels of foundation. But so I use the Bye Bye foundation, and this one is like, I got this at, I believe, Sephora. This one has an SPF 50 in it, and it has a lot of coverage. So when I want to do a lot of coverage, I use kind of a cream foundation like that. You know, over the age of 50, you tend to get kind of a few wrinkles, a few little cracks here and there, like your skin isn't holding up as much as it wants to. And so what happens is when you use kind of a powder, it seeps in the fine lines and wrinkles and then cracks later. So, you know, you keep on using it. You can keep doing that, and I'm sure you're going to get great effects from it and everything. But the primer underneath is going to be the saving grace. So whatever you choose for your primer is really important. So on the hand, I'm just going to dab, dab, dab around, get the brush kind of full of it, and then just start stroking through the skin. Okay. Getting it all over. And you know, you don't have to push very hard on your skin, just enough to keep kind of, you know, blend it around and everything. So you're just going to want more of the coverage around these parts. So I'm going to put the foundation on first. That's usually where I start. Don't know why. I guess because it gives me a plain surface. Everything looks a little bit more blended around it. And then I go back and look at the concealer. Now, some people start with a concealer because that's just their go-to to start with. So I don't do as much around my fine lines and wrinkles. You know, as you can see, I kind of rub the foundation around, but we still have that, you know, really pretty glow to it. But then you take the concealer, and this one is MAC. This is the one that I use, that I've had luck with. But I've also tried other ones that work really well as well. So you're just going to go underneath your eyes to start, and finding your fine lines and wrinkles and just kind of rubbing those around, finding blemishes, things that you need to cover up. that may help with putting on your next layer of whatever you're going to use. You have breakouts, whatever it is that you have from wearing masks, like I said earlier. So you're just going to put your concealer on, kind of put it around areas that you see blemishes. And then you're going to take your brush again, and you're going to just kind of blend it very gently under your eye, getting those tired eyes that maybe were up for most of the night because you're, raising kids or a husband or puppies. My little Shih Tzu, Bichon Frise, they call them teddy bears, baby Coco Chanel, Kelly Moore. She had another litter of puppies that we weren't expecting. She got, believe this, she got knocked up by her husband's brother. So yeah, what happened is we actually got for a gift, my best friend gifted us with Oliver, Ragnar Lothbrok, Carmen Moore, and he was brought to us from California. He's a teacup Maltipoo, most adorable tiny little boy. And we thought, oh, you know what? There's a lot of people, because these designer dogs can be so expensive. See, look at how much different that concealer even makes. It wakes you up. See how it's kind of fills in all of those extra spots that you really don't feel like you want to stare at all day. Yeah, that's where the concealer comes in, as it helps with the fine lines and wrinkles. Concealer. Anyway, so brings us home Oliver, and we wanted to put baby with my other son ended up saying, I want this teddy bear, Mom. So we called her baby Coco Chanel, Kelly Moore. So she's considered a teddy bear. So we were thinking of breeding them both. So that summer, we actually married them. Bought baby a wedding gown and Oliver a little tuxedo, and went to my niece's wedding out in Oklahoma, and brought him there and actually married him in the hotel, and it was freaking hilarious. So anyway, we married them, and it was so cute. Then 6 months later, my other son, teenage boy, talked me into getting a Dachshund. So we got a full-blood Dachshund, 5th generation show dog, long hair, beautiful, beautiful dog. Okay, so he comes home and everything, and now we have 3 puppies, one like every year. Okay, so then we do Oliver comes in and everything, and he's all excited about it, and all of a sudden baby goes into heat and won't have anything to do with Oliver, and actually goes with Gucci and gets knocked up and ends up with teddy bear Schweenies, which, by the way, if you haven't looked up that whole Schweenies, there's a big following for it, and they are the most absolutely adorable little puppies, and they don't have any health problems because of where we bought them from, and from the breeder and everything, which we have 2 rescue pets. They're Bella, Rena Girl, and Buddy Bear, and they are absolutely amazing, and we rescued them about 9 years ago, and there are 2 outdoor dogs. And so I am all down for not doing the whole designer dog. I'm totally down for choosing actual dogs that need to be rescued, because we have a lot. So I'm not here to tell you that I'm all into the designer dogs and all that. I've always had big dogs, but then got surprised with the little dog, and then it's just been chaos ever since. So anyway, long story short, 6 months later, we keep baby from going out and everything. She ends up getting out. Gucci gets her again. And voila, in my closet back here is another set of 4 teddy bear Schweenies. They're all sold, by the way, so that's a good thing. So I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, they're definitely fun. So anyway, okay, so back to the makeup. So now I have where we put on the concealer, got the covered spots. We have the base of the foundation, got under the neck and everything. I don't go down past this line with foundation to start blending. So you'll start seeing as we start contouring the face and doing highlights, how you pick that up to blend it down. Okay, so really putting that kind of stuff on your chest only gets more breakouts, and your décolleté will end up hating you for it later. So, décolleté, this is your décolleté. By the way, my best friend calls it a décollage, whatever, but I've always known it as décolleté. So that's the French version. Okay. So anyway, back to now we do the glow. This is going to be the glow part that you're going to, usually when you put concealer, some people put it in the glow parts, the highlighting parts of your face. I don't like to put concealer too much anywhere because that heavy buildup makes me feel like I'm wearing way too much makeup. And I like more of a easy kind of soft feeling for the rest of the day, feeling like you have nothing on your skin. So that's just my recommendation, but you can do anything you want. Like you can do that too. Okay, so I take the glow part and spray it on here, and then I dab it around to get the tips of the brush. Okay, I have a little bit more on there than I wanted. Okay, so then you're just gonna dab around doing the highlight parts under your eye, on the top of your nose, so under your eye, all the way up your hairline, and then you're gonna do the other side, where you just kind of dab all the way through. Yeah, this looks like patchy, but we will blend in a minute. And then you will take the other highlight parts I like to do is on the chin, right here, on your forehead, through here. Okay, so forehead, and then that's pretty much it for the highlight parts that I do. Sometimes I tend to use a smaller brush, and you can kind of do it after as well, keeping it handy. But right here on the top of the eyebrow, and right here on the top of this eyebrow, sometimes that gives you a more brightened look as well. Okay. All right, next you're gonna do your bam. You're gonna do your bronzer. So I take another brush because, and the brushes that I use, I have so many different ones. I got Cocoa, I've got unique ones, I have Echo Tools, I have just regular fun brushes. This one is my Beauty Spot. That's a fun one. There are a lot of good bristles. This is another one right here. Have you guys ever seen this? This one my best friend bought me over at Sephora, and it's called Artists. And I tell you, this little sponge, it looks like a sponge, but they're actually really tiny bristles. Can you see that? Isn't that remarkable? And this is another good one to help with to do this instead. Some people also use the blending tool. I like to do that one because you have to get it wet first, but it definitely is a really nice little tool to have. And this one's just a regular one. I don't even think this one has a name on it. I think I bought it at just Walgreens or Walmart or something, or Target. Okay, so Artist, that's the one that you can also use to brush on your glow or your highlight, and you can put it on your hand. And this one doesn't pick it up as much as this one picks it up a lot more than just one of those regular brushes. So this is actually one of my favorite tools ever to do the highlighting with. Because as you can see, it picks up a lot more. It's condensed. The little brushes are more condensed. And so you want a little bit more of that kind of look to it. Where you put this. Okay. Now, back to your bronzer. So we're going to use just a regular brush for that, and then tap, tap, tap in there. And then on this part, on the top, compact top, sometimes they have a mirror in there, but what is really nice about these to use, whether it's a mirror or whether it's just the plastic top or whatever, is to use that. It's a sturdy surface that you can actually hit your brush on to kind of get rid of the excess stuff, because otherwise some people tap it like that and it gets all over the place. And to be honest with you, I don't really have time to clean because I have 3 teenage boys and they don't even do it for me. So anyway, you're going to tap on that. This is Lorac. That's the one I use. It's the Los Angeles Lorac. That's one of them that I use. So you're going to take the bronzer now and you're just going to kind of go up to your cheekbones, on the side of your nose. Plastic. Go along the lines of your jawline. If you have gained weight through COVID and haven't actually done anything to be that well, you have an extra chin. And so this helps you define and do a chin line. So then you're gonna just blend it all through your neck. This is when you take a little bit into your décolleté and you put it in there and blend where the end of the foundation left. So now you're gonna do your cheekbones, doing it across here, covering up all of through your jaw, through there, and then through this side. Okay, and then you're gonna do the top of your head and your hairline, leaving that glow part here, the glow on your eyebrows, the glow down your nose. And then I noticed, like when I was looking at my face, the glow part, I usually put a little glow right here too. And through my chin and on my nose. Okay, so now, as you've done all that, then I'm gonna take the fattest brush and I'm gonna blend. I'm just gonna go through everything and kind of blend it in to where, as you see, the white spots, blending it in, just tapping through. You don't have to hit hard with your brush on your face. It's the idea of not being so hard on your skin and on your face. If you need to put, by the way, another tip is if you need to do any kind of eye cream or anything like that, or anytime you use your hands around your eyes, you're gonna use your ring finger, because that one has the most gentlest touch to it. So if you tap through here, you'll realize that that ring finger doesn't really hit hard on your skin, causing any kind of, later on blemishes, because like I said, over 50, I'm not kidding you, things start to happen, you guys. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. We're all eventually gonna age. So that's why I'm here, is to show you the best way to fight time. Okay, so the next thing I do is a little bit of pink on my cheek. And this one is another Revlon. It's a stick. Those are better. Using the most powder, if you use more powder, it gives you the matte look. And it also gives you where it'll actually start sinking into your creases and all of that. So using more of this sort of thing with your little cream sticks, you can put that on to give you the blush look. So I do that next. Sometimes I put a little on the tips of my nose, giving it a little bit more of that blush, forehead. And then I take that brush again and just kind of lightly brush through it. And blending. Sometimes your finger works better than the actual brushes. Making sure you always have clean hands, you guys, even with lotions or anything like that. Always keep your hands clean. Thank you for joining me today. Yaksimash!